Booyah! Hey everybody, how are we tonight? Hey Trenton, hey Shadow Knight. How is all y'all's? Synonym. Hey man. Hey, Poncho Hamster. Hey, KS Pale Air. I'm in the mood to build. Ow. And also smack into the walls, apparently. What's been good? What's been happening? Hopefully y'all been staying safe. And, go Ukraine! Apparently. They're, kinda doing well over there. I don't know how great they are right now, but, like... Yeah, they've not been too bad off, I hope. I can say this, the Russians bit off a little more than they can chew. Hey All Smudge, hey Universon, hey M11, hey Pick, hey Briggs. How are all y'all? Here's hoping that the war in Ukraine is an eye-opener, to say the least. And that we can actually kind of have people who keep their country safe for a change, and like none of this wallowing in our own self-loathing and all this other bullshit that's been going on for years. At least that's my hope. So yeah. Found 150 dub stash. Dupers weren't the brightest in their kit crafting. Ah. Well, good luck for, you know, your little windfall. Whatever becomes of it. Can't say that it's something I necessarily care about, but, you know. Good for you, you found some stashes. Or a stash, whichever. Ooh, I'm gonna move this down. Oh yeah, I like that. Thought the flag would pop up. President staying back and fighting is so badass. Oh, I know. Oh, I know. That's something you would never get from a modern politician. They're all far too cowardly. Never forget that. The people in charge of things are cowards. They've displayed that on more than one occasion. So here's hoping. Maybe the world can change for the better. People can look at the Ukrainian president and that'll be a good sort of, you know, step in the right direction. Hey, Mike. You just joined the Anarchy server today. Nice map art collection. Oh. Sorry about Russia. I mean, it's not the Russian people's fault. Their president, or whatever he calls himself, is a mad dictator waiting in the wings. Because apparently he has been. I don't know. There's not much your average person can do. I don't blame the average person. The average person's just along for the fucking ride. And, you know, what can you do? Like, if the people in charge are batshit insane, or they bite off more than they can chew, or whatever, what are you gonna do about it, you know? Vote them out? You may not have a country next week, or 10 weeks from now, or whenever. Like, who the hell knows? It's such a... Ugh. Yeah, Zelensky's a unique case. I like that. Yeah. Can't be leader if there's nothing to lead. Yeah, exactly. You can lead your country into oblivion, or you can also, conversely, get beaten up by the school bully and your country gets obliterated by proxy. It's just so unfortunate. Your average person wouldn't have put themselves in that situation to begin with, but like, exactly the average person is incapable of getting in power and leading their country responsibly like they would. It's having a political class that's really kind of, you know, your oligarchs, your mainstream media types. Like, Those are precisely the people that should not be in power, because they fuck it up for everyone. They make everyone's lives miserable by being incompetent, by being cowards, by, you know, whatever. You name it. So yeah, there's just not enough rage against the machine like there needs to be. And the Ukrainian people are nice. You're exactly right, Braither. So just never forget this. Never let this slip. Cowards would have folded well before now. Find it funny that the Russians have managed to take the city and then proceed to lose it the very next day. Well, yeah, that is how it often goes, though, isn't it? Like, I hate to do this. I really, really fucking hate to do this, but I have so much personal experience with this one stupid-ass thing that just illustrates the point perfectly, okay? And I'm cringing already before I even say it, okay? But bear with me, I have a point, all right? Yu-Gi-Oh! Okay, now that 3 or 4 of you have clicked off because goddamn was that cringe. In Yu-Gi-Oh! So many times have I seen myself or my opponents or whoever get entrenched in the board. They will set up and play all their cards, and they will be a hard person to beat, right? And I'll come along and I'll defeat whatever they have during my turn. And on their turn, they'll turn around and build it all right back. And it just takes the wind out of my sails. And there's just nothing you can really do about it. And that's very much how the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Is played nowadays. It's a resource grind. And we saw that exact same thing happen in Ukraine. Sometimes losing something is bad, but also strategic, because you can just take it back. And yeah, you lost it temporarily. I mean, I guess history will always see that as a temporary loss, but that loss has a big asterisk out to the side. Like, yeah, you broke your opponent's board, you ruined whatever plans they had, but then they just reestablished themselves next turn. The next day, they just retake the city. What's it fucking matter? That happens. I've seen that happen so many times. I've had bases griefed on 2B2T. And I will build it again, or I will build something else. And it won't matter. And what did it add up to? Like, yeah, the people who came along and destroyed things came along and destroyed things. So what? Sometimes the machine of war bites off more than it can chew, and it doesn't really amount to anything. And then you're left with what? You know? And so, like, yeah, that's very much how it goes with things. Like, so many historical skirmishes were defined by a seeming lead in the beginning, only for that lead to have totally diminished less than a day or two later. And it can easily be a matter of, yeah, you spit out everything you got, and it doesn't amount to anything. And then what? What did you accomplish, really? So yeah, that's how it is. That's kind of human life, you know. You spit out everything you got. You try to make your stand. You try to make your life, your living. And sometimes it just doesn't amount to very much, and it never really could have. And you just kind of like, you're made to be humbled by the fact that, yeah, sometimes you just don't have much of anything, and you never really had much to begin with. It's sad, but like, that is definitely how human civilization has been too, on a large scale. Like, you'll see it ebb and flow in very much that way. And it'll be entirely, you know, out of your hands. When that happens, well, you just pick your battles, I guess. I don't know. Good way to explain it. Well, thank you all, Smudge. I'm glad you liked it. Seems like Putin's going to be the next role model for edgy 13-year-olds in place of Hitler. Yeah, his name may become Mud. Which is funny because he was such a meme lord for so long. Everybody was all, oh, gotta be like Putin. Now I don't know. You may not want to be likened to Putin in the next 10 years. You may want to be, I don't know. What's his name? What was the Ukrainian president's name? Zelensky. Yeah. Your name may be, you know, synonymous with Zelensky someday, or it may be synonymous with Putin someday, and that may be a bad thing. That may be a terrible thing. You may not ever want that now. Like, who the fuck knows? What am I building? I'm just building a building, man. I'm not thinking about it. I'm just shooting the shit and building a building. Letting the blocks fall where they may. It's really, really therapeutic. I've had a hard day of doing homework. And just generally sitting on my ass feeling not terribly productive. So thankfully I got this. Let's go 50. No? Let's go 70. Nope. 80. Good enough. So yeah, we will see how things fall apart or develop for the better. Who knows? Oh yeah, the economy. Oh yeah, the poor Russian people. Like, they're gonna have to take a huge hit for this. Simply because, you know, all of this economic stuff that, again, your average person just has no control over, no hand in. They gotta take the L. Simply because Putin wanted it this way, I guess. Man, that's rough. All because one man wanted to really badly invade the Ukraine. Like, fuck, dude, was it worth it? He may be seen as a laughingstock in the future. Won't that be something? Wide Zelensky over wide Putin. Who knows? Let the record show, I feel bad for the people caught in the crossfire, the average person, the people who have no choice or any free will or agency because, well, let's face it, many of them are either drafted into the military or are your average citizen who has no power in any of this to begin with and just kind of has to go along with it. Like, my heart goes out for those people. The people who are fighting in the trenches, or the people who've got to, like we said, economically, they'll just have to take the L. Because Putin is losing billions of dollars a day every time he runs a tank into some random town and can't afford to move it. Or has to mobilize thousands and thousands of troops because, oh, it was just a training exercise, bro. It's just a training exercise. What's the problem? What do you mean we're at war now? Fuck. I guess war is... See, that's the thing. We've not had anywhere in the world other than, like, the Middle East bullshit. We've not had a serious war that suddenly everybody's paying any attention to. We've had a series of debacles that people have paid loose attention to and haven't really, like, understood what it means. But now it's actual war, like in World War II and World War I. I don't know that it's a world war yet, but it's big. It's something people have, you know, they have the smarts to pay attention to it because they know it's going to be big. They know this is going somewhere. They know that this is something they have to pay attention to. Everybody's talking about it. And all of these measures, like the Taliban, when the Taliban was running amok, they didn't get banned off Twitter. But Russia as a whole has been banned off Twitter. What the fuck? Like, that didn't happen. The war on terror. Give me a fucking break. Russian friend of yours has said that the company is already having to delay payments to the ATM. Oh, I know. Oh man, there's going to be a run on the banks, aren't there? Because the average person needs money and they're not going to be able to do anything. Oof. Oh man, I feel so terrible for those people. Because again, they're the ones having to fit the bill. Hopefully the Russians don't have jars of pickles. Yeah, just jars of pickles like in the old days. Oh, I know. Because that's all they can get their hands on. That's all they can make. Saw a vid of some people in Ukraine stealing a Russian tank after it ran out of fuel. I know, right? That is hilarious. Because, like, what do? Do you just leave that laying there? Or do you, you know, steal it as a trophy and be all like, yeah, this is ours now. This is more Putin's war rather than the Russian people's. Oh, I know. Whoa. It is a war that no one asked for except for Putin. And then whoever else is in his cabinet who wants this in addition. Because don't you know there are a bunch of people who are like, they're kind of faceless. You don't know who they are. You don't know where they live. You don't know what they believe. You don't really care even. Because they're just randos who are, you know, government agents. There are people who are, you don't know their name, you don't know what occupation they have, they're just kind of there, you know? The shadowy elements of the government that nobody's able to hold account to. Nobody knows who they are or where they live. Certainly something. Maybe we'll see a lot of those types kind of vanish. And maybe they can run things a little bit better as a result. We'll have to see. God, what a dumpster fire. Holy shit. It always kind of makes me wonder, you know, what's the next big happening? Because, like, the moment the war in Ukraine started, that's all anyone ever thought about. But there were lots of other problems going on that people kind of just forgot existed. Like, the truckers. The truckers in Canada. Like, oh man, what's happening with them? So I don't know. Because there was talk of another freedom convoy type thing showing up at the Capitol in America. And there's no way they're going to let that happen. After everybody saw what happened in Canada, and hell no. There's no way that shit's going to happen. I look forward to the shitstorm as it rolls in. Taiwan-China conflict is next. Yeah, that's another funny thing. China's kind of like distancing itself from all this because there was talk about how China was gonna like invade Taiwan as soon as it looked like Russia was winning against Ukraine because Ukraine was supposed to fold right away. And then that didn't happen. And now China's like backing away slowly, being all like, no, we don't want none of this, man. We didn't have no part in this. What are you talking about? Kind of makes you go, whoops. What do you mean you had no part in this? It was your idea, Xi Jinping. You've always wanted to subjugate Taiwan. What's happening now? And see, that's the other thing, too. That shows that a smaller country like Ukraine, they're demonstrating for the entire world now. Oh, fuck. These big, threatening countries like Russia, might not necessarily be capable of actually backing up their rhetoric of war. They can kind of talk the talk until they can't. So what's that tell you about Taiwan? Don't you know that if China decided to pull shit, even if it's like 5 years from now, they'll go, yeah, but Ukraine. The Ukrainians fought back and won, or at the very least they fought back and made Russia pay for every cent. They made it almost not worth their while. Like, don't you know we'll do the same? And this war could bankrupt Russia. I don't know if any of you know this, but China's not in a good spot right now. Because this little thing called coronavirus broke out in their backyard about 2 years ago. And yeah, they're still reeling from that, by the way. It's still a problem for them. They can't afford an insurrection. Because notice how when everybody was getting all uppity in Hong Kong, Corona breaks out. And it's like, oh fuck. Get in your houses, people. You know, your friendly neighborhood tank is rolling through to ensure you're all Corona compliant. Like, yikes. They still can't afford to have an insurrection. Because that was, in a lot of ways, I believe, they engineered Corona to a degree, or they at least, maybe they didn't necessarily engineer it as much as they allowed it to break out and be a problem. Because Hong Kong, you know, Hong Kong was a problem. A problem they couldn't afford to have on display for the whole world. And so, what do you know? But see, they still can't, like, keep shit going. China's always had this, this benefit of, you know, the Great Firewall. You don't really know at any one point in time what's going on in China because they've censored everything to hell and back. But, like, make no mistake, they're in shambles. They're probably a little better off than Russia, but they're still like an epicenter of global pandemic. Like, come on. They don't need an insurrection. And if they fought a war against Taiwan, don't you know that's exactly what they'd have? Because Hong Kong's not ready to give in the fight. The Hong Kong... What do we call them? The Hong Kongians? I don't fucking know. The Hong Kong people are still willing to wage an insurrection of their own. So, like, this shit's not going away. This isn't over. Not by a long shot. Perish the thought. You just take that whore out there, you know, and you just pump two rounds in the back of her head. You just perish that thought because fighting is in the air. It's in, you know, war were declared. I'll never forget that episode of Futurama where the cast and crew try to defraud the United Nations Army or whatever the fuck it was, just for free benefits. And next thing they know, their commanding officer, you know, the moment they sign up, this siren starts blaring, and they ask, "What's that?" And then you know, in the off chance that war ends up breaking out, you'll be drafted. And they're like, "Oh, well, war will never happen." And the moment that happens, war were declared. Well, guess what? War were declared everywhere. Everybody. War were declared. War's in the air. Everybody's got a taste of it now. It's infectious. In a way, it's also kind of, I mean, it may not become World War III, but the right bombs go off, it could be. You never know. That shit's scary. And so I'm not advocating for a war, no. But I'll never forget this time. Again, personal experience, and it's in such a cringe way, but like I have to say it. There's an unsung. I guess I'll tell a 2B2T story because I've not told one in a while. There was a time in mid 2013 The minecart dupe. The one that I've routinely said turned the server economy on its ear. That dupe had an uncanny side effect. It made me bloodthirsty as hell. Because I had duplicated items. So did everyone else. So going out and getting into a fight, even if it meant, you know, PvPing for 2 hours, because back then PvP took 2 hours to resolve, I didn't give a shit. Anything I lost, PvP was irrelevant. It was a matter of, hey, I got the god gear now. Let me go flex my nuts on anyone who happens to be at spawn. Oh, there's Pop Bob. Literal fucking Pop Bob on an alt. A well-known alt. Shit posting and spamming anti-abortion copy pasta, I think it was. Cool. I'm gonna go fuck with him. So I did. And like, I would never have done that. At any other time, I would have avoided fighting. I would have otherwise been like, nah, no, we can resolve this with peace, with words, with whatever. But at that time, the height of the minecart dupe, nah, fuck it. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna go after you. Because why not? I didn't have anything better to do. You could duplicate items out the ass. So could everyone. It was, again, one of the most prolific dupes in all of 2B2T history, short of the drop dupe, the stacking dupe, and the chunk dupe. So, like, why not raise some hell, you know? It's, when you get a taste for blood, you want more. And yeah, exactly. That is exactly what's going on right now. The Ukrainians are kind of getting a taste for blood. The Russians have bitten off a little more than they can chew. I wouldn't be shocked if that's a bit of a... oh, fuck. I wouldn't be shocked if that's a bit of a learning moment for every other major power or every other country out in the world, because everything is so connected now. Everybody's watching what's going on. Everybody sees this. We're all abuzz with, oh no, Russia's getting its shit pushed in. They bit off more than they can chew. Ha 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 ha. Tanks stranded in the middle of villages, etc., etc. Like, we're all laughing and pointing. We all know the score. It is but a matter of time before other people in other countries go, yeah, we should do that too. Yeah, it'll be funny. And we can maybe even oust some of our enemies. This is how it starts. Like, the fact that Ukraine did not just fold like a cheap lawn chair the moment this whole conflict started, I wish the best. I'm glad they didn't fold. But at the same time, it sets a precedent. People will go, ooh, they fought. They didn't die. They didn't immediately get their shit pushed in. Why shouldn't we fight too? Really makes you think, doesn't it? So at a certain point, does it just peter out? Does everybody go, okay, well, we had our fill. You know, Russia learned its lesson. They lost. Whatever. Everybody goes back to normal. Or have we crossed a threshold? Is there any hope of a normal to return to? I don't think there is. I don't think we're going to see that normal come back into play, simply because people know they can fight now. And when people get that taste of blood, they kind of want more. That's a part of human psychology to a degree. When you know you can win, you're far more incentivized to take your chance to make it. You like my voice? Well, thank you, Alan Len. I practiced. Well, no, not really. I wouldn't even know what to practice, to be honest. But yeah, I'm feeling like the currents are going the way they're going. It could be good, it could be bad, it could be somewhere in between. Who really knows? But, boy, wouldn't it be funny if suddenly everybody decided, yeah, I hate you. I'm in a war with you now. And we'll see many more instances of a Russia. You find everybody thinks Pop Bob was this dangerous griefer, but in reality she was like any YouTube player from 4chan. I guess. But, yeah. It just goes to show, like, people don't like being fucked with. And they'll take it, but only to a point. I'm wondering where that point is. Maybe someday we'll see an end. But I doubt that day is anytime soon. The infamous griefer Pop Bob. I loved fighting with Pop Bob that one time. That was actually a lot of fun. 'Cause, like, it was a matter of pride, but, like, nothing super serious. And you knew that the fighting would just continue the next day. It didn't matter. It wasn't like... Nobody took it that seriously, you know? I personally liked when stacked armor got introduced. And, like, everybody was at a mad dash to get some. Because it was OP as shit. In an environment where you can't kill your opponent instantly. And you have to whittle down their armor slowly. The ability to wear dozens and dozens of sets of armor was just so overwhelmingly good. It created a new dynamic, a new meta. Probably the shortest-lived PvP meta ever. I wonder what the next PvP meta will be. Maybe we can find a way to weaponize the Warden. I don't know. That's probably reaching. The Warden doesn't seem exactly all that amazing. I mean, yeah, it's big and dopey and lumbers around, but it doesn't seem to, like, do anything else, you know? I'm not entirely certain if I give a shit about the Deep Dark. I haven't seen anything they've added that really makes me go, oh my god, I've got to go to the Deep Dark. Like, I don't know. I hope they add some really nice treasure or something cool. Because otherwise, what's to stop me from just making a TNT bomber go down to bedrock and then just blow up the Deep Dark bullshit and collect the remnants? Like, what's to stop me from doing that? That way I don't have to care. Next PvP meta will be Hoes and Tridents. I don't know. Tridents kind of suck. Not gonna lie. So you see, it got out the 2PG's maps from 2011 and not 2010 from players checking the seed. Oh yeah, we've known that for ages. Are you kidding me? There was a giant map corruption in 2011 that ended up ruining something or another. The seed was corrupted, I think. And so that corruption happened in 2011. So yeah, like that lines up. Like, I wasn't around when this map corruption thing occurred, but like, yeah, that was a thing. That was an event that Judge Holden's comic series touched on. He mentioned that a map seed corruption reset everybody's player data for a time, or something like that. And that it ultimately kind of ruined some aspects of the map. Like, you see some regions are repeated, or strange, like they're in places they shouldn't be. And that's why the map seed corruption accounted for quite a lot of that. I'm surprised you guys are just now finding out about that. They add a levitation potion. Oh, yeah. From shulkers. Yeah, that would be cool. Make a shulker shell. The reagent. Because that's a renewable resource now. So you can either brew a potion of levitation or you can... I don't know. Make a shulker box or something. Something like that. But yeah, what brought up the seed thing? People hyping up the 2-year-old test version for no reason. Test version of what? Haste potions. Yes, I would love haste potions. Oh my god, we need haste potions so bad. Haste potions would be god tier. The ability to just selectively insta-mine shit on the fly, that would be amazing. Oh, I would love that. Really a shame we haven't gotten that. Wait a sec. I am messing this up. There we go, fixed. Okay. But yeah, when it was, or was it when you lost all the items in your inventory? I'm not sure. The seed corruption occurred mid to early 2011, I want to say. It's been a long, long time since that all happened. So I couldn't really tell you. But basically, yeah. Flight bypass potion. That's how Elytra were for the longest time. It was a flight bypass. God, I miss those days. I was one of the only people floating around in the end. Simply because I was one of the few people who knew how to use the flight bypass with Elytra. Haste 2 would only last about 2 minutes. Yeah, that's true. It would be very short. But I think it would be just enough time to really get some good, headway. Let me clear off this bit. So who knows? I doubt Mojang has plans to add a new potion. Just because they probably would have already. I mean, there are just so many potion effects that have not been used for years. Sure would be nice if they would actually put them into effect. But I don't think that's going to happen. Sad, but oh well, what can you do? 128K by 128 world downloaded to be spawn was released. It's so large, the only way to release it was through torrent. Oh yeah. 128K, man, that's pretty sizable. What was the file size of 128K by 128K? Or what am I doing? I can just do this in position 1. I can just do this like this. A full implementation of the luck potion would be cool to mess around with, even if it's just useless. I wouldn't mind that. However, what would be the reagent? Because like with a lot of these potions, I can't really see there being a cool reagent. Like, what would you brew? What would it be? It's just things like that. Like, maybe make I don't know, a gold pickaxe, a reagent, or something. That would be pretty cool. 1.17 terabytes? Jesus Christ. No wonder they had to distribute it by torrent. I figured it was gigs. I didn't expect it to be that many of a terabyte. Holy shit. Does that include Nether as well? Rabbit's foot's used for leaping. Yeah, exactly. Oh, shit. Undo. Must be here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what you would, what you could use. For luck? Maybe make 4-leaf clovers real? Like you punch grass, and like you've got a very rare chance. Oh, damn it! You've got a very rare chance of a 4-leaf clover dropping, and 4-leaf clovers are the reagent in question. Something like that. That could work. Or you punch ferns, specifically ferns, and I guess fortune would speed up the odds of you getting it. Something like that. That could be cool. Download time mad. Oh, I know. Who is distributing this world download? What's a reagent? A reagent is a potion brewing item. Something you would use in the brewing stand to make a potion. Basically. It would be a way of getting a specific potion. So who knows? Let's go that many. Okay. And then I think I want some sort of obsidian shielding here. Bam. 25, no. 30? Yeah, that'll work. Something like that. Bingo. But yeah, we've come a long way from the 100k by 100k download. Looks like it's just the overworld. You posted a link to the map in the Minecraft channel. Okay, yeah, I will definitely check that out later. I'm interested to see what all they got. Because I know they probably hit some old things of mine, and I'm just curious to see what state those things are in. Because there were a few stashes that I had. They were very, very tiny, but, you know, no doubt they were downloaded or something. I don't know. Zippy2 made the Reddit post. A Porkchop posted the link. Oh, man. So are they the ones hosting? I've got to wonder. So I found Housemaster's Terms of Service a few days ago. I made very loose mention of this yesterday. But it made me worry about Space Valk 3 specifically, because then I kind of was like, okay, well, does Housemaster like own Space Valkyria now? Is that what this is all about? But as it turns out, this is a far too new Terms of Service thing, and I've not agreed to it, so it's not a legally binding contract for me, because I've not bought priority since like 2020. So we'll see if that's if that becomes a problem. Because like I was hoping to maybe not necessarily like market this place, but like, you know, it's obviously my baby, and this is clearly a thing that I've endeavored to make, you know? I wouldn't want someone else being capable of saying, I own that. But, like, you all gotta go read that Terms of Service. It's on the 2B2T website, the store. Under rules, I think it was? And, like, just the way it's worded, basically it makes it seem like anything on 2B2T is the property of Housemaster. Pretty much. And like that's scary as shit, because that basically means you can't own any bases you've made. Yeah, the toss update was scummy. You're not wrong, brother. It comes off as very kind of like, it's all mine now. That sort of thing, you know? I don't know how to best put it. Like, it's frightening. To say the least, it is frightening. I'm just so glad I don't actually build on 2B2T any longer. Because that would suck ass to have, oh yeah, Housemaster actually controls your base now, or is responsible for your whatever. He owns it all. Or they, I guess. It's not really a he anymore, it's more of a they. But you get the idea. Like, that's some shadow government shit. I can't stand that. House is communist. Yeah. Certainly seems that way. And well, let's just say, with all I know about him, that's not too far off the mark. But hey, you know, I don't gotta worry about it. I don't live there. I don't build on that place. That shit don't matter to me. You'd have people making grass farms? Well, grass farms for 4-leaf clovers wouldn't be too bad. Oh my god, a 0.00002 chance? No, that's a bit much. I'd say it's like a 1 in 28% chance or something. I would make the chances at least semi-viable. I don't know. I feel like that would increase the price of the whole server if you were to auction it off. Maybe. I can only say this. The idea of someone owning a base or a thing that I've done without my ability to really consent and say yes or no, like, that's fucking scary. That's the sort of thing that's like, you're not entitled to the results of your product. And that is very communist, funny enough. Because that's basically how the communists operate. Like, you're not allowed to own your work. Basically. Very scary stuff. Okay. I'm gonna see what I can do with this. Two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. Actually, I think I want to give it another set of sea lanterns there. Still looks a little off. So that's 6, 5. Oh. Oh, it's an odd number, no. There we go. That's much better. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Would I take House to Court over my magnum opus? I wouldn't be able to afford to. I wish, but no, there's no way that would work. I would be absolutely butt fucked. Because I mean, realistically, with an ironclad terms of service like what House now has, you could easily, even if it's not true, you could fabricate like logs and shit to prove that I've been on the server, even if it's only on the test server. And how would you prove that I'm not building this on 2B2T itself currently? And so it would very, very quickly become a minefield. There'd be no adequate way to fight and defend myself. I would be absolutely destroyed from a legal perspective. So no, it would not be worth it. And see, that's really like the scummiest part, is that someone could try and do that. And I don't know how you would do that, honestly. I think I know I need to do something, but I can't say it out loud. Because it would give shit away. Something I should probably consider doing. But yeah, my lips are zipped on that one. So I also heard 1.18.2 is out. Here's hoping they fix this damn render bug. I'm kind of getting tired of seeing it. Basically, it's you place blocks for a time and then it just stops rendering temporarily. And then it sort of kicks back in. Oh yeah, I should be visible. Whoopsie. Very bizarre thing. Oh, but yeah. Oh wow, you've seen that bug. Yes, I hate it. I cannot stand it. It just kind of comes and goes a lot. I'm tired of not seeing it. Yes, I'm tired of not seeing the blocks I've placed. Yes, haha. Very funny, Sam. Mr. Pigman. Spent countless hours of your life trying to breed thousands of axolotl. Oh my god, you bred axolotls. You poor bastard. To get a blue one. Including the fact that you have to breed them with unshakable items. Ugh. No thank you. I know there are some crazy people who have done that, but I ain't one of them. I couldn't. I don't understand how people can, like, do that shit. Uh-oh. Did I hit the end key? My bad. I didn't mean to hit that key. Twas an accident. But in all seriousness, though, I am actually probably pretty close to the end for today. I've got to do some work and got to find some dinner. And also probably think about what to do for tomorrow. But yeah, this building's taking shape. I know I didn't get a whole lot done today, but, you know. Unstackable. Oh, yeah. 1 hour stream, Shinobu Cry. I know. 1 hour streams are more digestible for people. They like those. They are far easier to follow. People are less likely to worry about it. Yeah, I think 1 hour is not too bad. I know you guys, some of you guys especially want like a 2 hour stream. But especially toward the end of an hour and a half to an hour, I start losing my voice. I start losing my energy. I don't know what to talk about. I just start aimlessly wandering. Like, yeah. Sorry, but it is what it is. So we'll see how this, how good this all does, you know. Other than that, for now, I will be signing off. I'm gonna do this one last copy. We'll see if this works. And then flip it that away. Aha! Eureka! Okay. That'll do it. For today, anyway. I will see you all tomorrow for hardcore. Woohoo! Actually, there's one last bit I wanted to do really quick. Wanted to unify these real fast. Just to see how it looks. Yeah, I like that. Now, if only I knew what to fill in here. Oh well. At any rate, whoops. Catch y'all later. Thank y'all for coming out. Thank y'all for those who've watched me all this time. We will continue on the fight tomorrow. What if my world corrupts? Oh, who cares? I've got backups. It'll be fine. Nobody need worry about little old me. At any rate, I will see y'all for hardcore tomorrow. Catch y'all then. Bye.